were just talking about it in the locker room after. The biggest thing I thought was we only had 4 turnovers going in at halftime, and that was. I think that was just a result of the girls being focused and knowing what it was we were trying to do, and we did a lot of different things offensively, but just very pleased with this team, very pleased with this team, and this is a group that, you know, there's no better 4-12 team in the nation right now. You know, I mean, it's you know, we kind of laugh about it with each other and stuff, because at a certain point we know the giants that we've faced, and we know who comes to the practice gym every day and the amount of work and effort and execution that goes into our days. And we are better than we were 3 weeks ago. We're better than we were 3 months ago, you know, and it's just, you know, we just got to play our best basketball at the end of the season. And last week was a disappointing week going on the road and losing too, but we said it time and time again, we could come in back home again and even it out with 2 home wins this week. And so one of those is done. And it's just a credit to the character of our players too. I just think they understand that. I like the fact that we got a great win tonight against a preseason #1 opponent, and we didn't celebrate like it was the national championship tonight. You know, it was just a day at the office. You know, a day of doing your work and doing your job, and we got rewarded for it because we did our job well today.
You mentioned the 4 turnovers in the first half, and I would add, interviewed Coach Samuels at halftime. You mentioned the maturity of the guards is really starting to come through, and you could see it tonight from Kaylin Mayberry, not even on the scoring column, but just in running the floor and running the show, and just the maturity from the guards, taking care of the ball. Just talk about the play of the guards overall today.
Well, you know, I thought, you know, Kaylin and Christian, I mean, down the stretch when we were trying to elongate our offensive possessions, you know, the ball spends a lot of time in the hands of Christian and in Kaylin. And KK, you know, KK has a reputation of being a scorer, and I know it wasn't a big scoring night for her with only 3 points, but if, you know, watching the game, and I know I felt this way as a coach sitting on the bench also, I just felt good with the ball in her hands the whole time. You know, she ended up with 7 assists on the night, and she did what we needed her to do tonight to make our game plan work. And I think that's, you talk about the maturity of the guard play, but that's just direct evidence of the maturity of her, you know, from October to now here in the middle of January. And that's exactly what we talked about with you guys, you know, back last semester, is that we were going to take some lumps and we were going to have some difficult days, but it would hopefully begin to develop our freshmen. I thought, we kind of just said this in the locker room, it was, our freshmen had big nights tonight. You know, Dorka had a huge charge defensively, and then she had a couple of mid-range jumpers when the shot clock was winding down, and Lex had a couple of big key plays for us down the stretch. But our freshmen are growing up. I got 2 seniors sitting here next to me right now, but we're proud of our freshmen right now. They're definitely growing up and helping us right now.
You won with the defense here at the end. Last 3 minutes, they don't score. You block 3 shots, and Dorka draws a charge.
Yeah.
All in the last 3 minutes.
Well, you know, I was teasing with Sarah walking down here because, you know, I think when Sarah has room to swing for him, that's when she's best. That's when she's best. And credit to Portia. I thought what Portia Roberts did so well was she kept a body on Sarah offensively while she was making her move the whole time. And that puts Sarah in more of a standstill position to where she can't take the swing as well. When guards are coming in and Sarah's loose away from her position, that's when she's got room, and the volleyball technique shows up all of a sudden. You know, so, but no, Dorka's charge and then Sarah's play, I thought, inside anchoring us in man-to-man. And of course, at that point, we were guarding the three-point line a lot harder, trying to keep the outside shot away, but Sarah had huge minutes for us down the stretch there.
It looked like there were several occasions where you guys got mismatches, bigs guarding the guards out front, as well as your bigs getting some mismatches down low. Was that something you felt like you could get going into this game, or just something that kind of happened with the flow?
It kind of happened. I looked up one time early in the second half, and Detty was guarding Gerald, #3, their point guard, and I kind of got a little nervous for a second, and then she gave the ball up and she went to the corner, and it brought Detty back into the post again. But I just, you know, I think our kids were clear-eyed tonight, and they communicated well with one another and communicated our game plan well, and they're just there was a relaxed state, I think, about what we did. There was an intensity, but there was a relaxed state to it too, and I really enjoyed coaching them tonight with that.
Sarah, how's it feel to win one on defense like that and hold the team scoreless, you know, for 3 minutes at the end of the game?
I thought it was great. Something we've been working on in practice is manning up and playing defense, and you know, going against each other, is not letting the other team score. And you know, I thought it was really nice and cool to finally see it actually on the game court, so we can show it off.
You know, and 4 fouls at the end before you block those 3 shots, but at that point in the game, you can't really be cautious about it. Yeah.
Right. No, it's good.
Christian, when Kaylin's able to run the point run effectively like she did tonight, how does that affect your game?
I love it so much. I don't have to. I just haven't played the point guard like the past 3 years, and so it like I just feel relaxed and I can trust her. Like I know she's gonna take care of the ball, so it's good for me.
What's been going right for you the last 3 games? That's 3 straight over 20. It seems like the basket's about a mile wide for you guys.
Yeah, well, my teammates are setting really good screens and stuff, so I mean, and then everyone's having to help off on Sarah, so we can't lob it to her, so I just have an open shot.
For you guys, you know, that's 2 wins now over the top 2 teams in the conference. So even though you're 3-3 and some of the losses haven't been pretty, you gotta feel like you should be right there at the end of March again like you were last year.
You know, we do, and it's and that's why weeks like last week are so difficult for all of us, you know, players and coaches included, because we just still lay an egg every now and then, you know, and you kind of start to kind of get up to where you want to be, and you can kind of see the top of the mountain a little bit, and you know, but the thing that I think I've said this before, and I've told this with our players too, is that we're going to have a couple more lows, you know, before the season over, but our lows are never where they were, you know, a month ago or 6 weeks ago. You know, and it's just there's progress being made, and again, I get back to the character of our team and the chemistry of our team. Really, it's a very tight knit group, and they challenge each other on a daily basis, but there's not an ounce of give up in them. And so we look forward to coming to practice every day. You know, even after a week like last week, it was good to be in the gym together, and they came in with a lot of enthusiasm and energy on Monday, and tonight's a direct result of that.
Anybody else? Yes?
Good. Thank you. Appreciate it.